Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. No mute this time. No mute, no mute, no mute. Big up everybody already here. Please do me a favor, a bit of housekeeping. Please hit that subscription button, notification button, like button, all that good stuff. Matthias Cunha, is that how you say his name? The Wolverhampton striker has just signed for Manchester United, people. What a waste of talent. That's sad, in my opinion. I think he's a good player. But, you know, his career should not be going towards Man United. It should be going towards a better club than that. If you know what I mean? No Champions League football, no European football at all. And he's going to a team like that. He must be really desperate, man. That's sad. That's sad because he's better than Man United, in my opinion. Yeah, so guys, lots to discuss. Lukeba, there's a lot strong rumours about him being the next Liverpool centre-back. Obviously, Kerkez, that's what I'll put on there very soon. Kerkez has said yes to Liverpool. And what else am I going to be talking about? Rivals, you know what I mean? I like to watch video from rivals, you know, talking about us, hating on us and all that stuff. And, of course, I'm going to start with the Champions League final. Goodness gracious me, what a terrible final. I gave, you know...
With the last words.
Sorry guys, I'm trying to get rid of a lot of stuff on my screen out here. Yeah, so I did say Inter Milan is gonna win. I've eaten a humble pie. They got destroyed. They got battered, if you know what I mean. And that's something that should not happen in the Champions League final, losing by 5-0. What did you guys think about that in the chat, guys? Because I thought that final was one of the worst I've ever seen in my life. The most controlled final ever. Let me just put it that way. The most controlled final ever. And we don't want to see something like that again. I'm just gutted about us not being in the Champions League final. Honestly, I'm gutted about that because I think we could have done some damage in the final as well. If we had the squad depth, I think Liverpool should be, you know, considered one of the favourites last season in the Champions League. Yeah, man. It's one of those ones like you think about and you think to yourself, if we'd done the right signings the summer before, as we're doing right now, we probably would be sitting here with the Champions League and the Premier League, guys. Think about that, man. We missed out on things like that. And the most, the thing that's going to maybe next season give us a little bit of doubt is other teams are going to be improving as well, you know, the big clubs. So it will be difficult, more than what it was this season, in my opinion. Have PSG been that good in the Champions League this season? I think they came through a qualifying stage, as I remember. So I don't know because if we had, you know, better squad, I think we would have beat them in both legs. Obviously, we beat them in the first one 1-0, and the second one, obviously, we lost 1-0 at home, and they beat us on penalty shootouts. So it's 1-1. Man, I feel bad. I feel really bad. I feel like we could have had that as well, man. That should have been our 7th. I feel really sorry, bad. Guys. I'm trying to get everything on the screen. That could have been our 7th last season, man. It's sickening. Let me get to the chat, of course. So I'm always here for the chat, as I say. Please hit the likes and subscribe as well if you're new. As I said, are you unhappy LFC didn't make it? They didn't make the Champions League final after last night final. There you go. What do you guys think about that? I'm very unhappy, to be fair, guys. Very unhappy about that. So yeah, let me get to the chat. Please, say whatever you want. I'm here for you today for the next hour or so before I go to work. So yeah, big up Joshua, man. New to the channel. Thank you very much for coming on, brother. Guys, I've got a lot of stuff here, so you might hear some noises, obviously, on the screen. Sorry about that. Big up Edward, as always. Thanks for coming on, brother. Jason, big up. The regulars are already in the house. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let me see what's going on. Yeah, please like, share, and subscribe over there. What I said over there. Has FM says, where are the Lukeba links? Oh, so I went on, obviously, Google, obviously, and there's news outlets. Let me just get it a bit. Lukeba, Castello Lukeba. Even on Instagram, they're saying that as well. So I looked at Liverpool.com, guys. Let me put it on the screen for you. Let me get it. I don't just make up things, man. If I see things, I'll come on here and share it with you, mate. So don't think like I'll come out with some nonsense or anything like that. I just want to show you guys something I see, if you know what I mean. So when I see it, I'll come on here and give it to you guys. I'm not like a clickbait, as they say. No, I've been here since 2019, so that's why my subscribers ain't as big as everybody else. I don't do dramatic stuff, mate. I just come on here and try to chat to you guys about football that I have been watching for what, maybe since I can remember, 39 years, something like that. So there you go, man. Don't come over here thinking, oh, I'm saying bullshit. Yeah. So as you can see, guys, it says there, it's a transfer window today. It opens today. Basically, the transfer window opens today, June the 1st. It's an early one this time. So as you can see, Liverpool transfer news as Reds given encouragement to sign 3rd Bundesliga star. There you go. Lukeba is linked with a move to Liverpool and Wolverhampton approach. The Reds are the possibility of signing promising youngster. So this kid, Lukeba, let me see his age, is something a lot of Liverpool fans want, because they've been asking for a centre back that's got a left back, so left foot. So he's 22 years old. As I said, Liverpool are trying to sign, youngsters below the age of 24. So the future, it will be more dominant than what it is now. As you can see from PSG, they've got a lot of young players. There's no more Mbappes, there's no more Messi, there's no more Neymars and that. It's just young players that's got longevity, and that's the way you got to go if you want to win championships on a consistent basis. And this is what Liverpool want to do as well. This kid obviously is a left-footed centre back. Probably could play a left back as well if we need him down there. He's very pacey. He loves the aggressive side of the game from what I saw yesterday. So I had to look at him to see what he produces. And he's one of those players that never gives up in a game. He's always running back and winning the ball back, no matter in his situation. If even players go past him, he'll go back and win it back, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, man, it's something I like, Castello Lukeba. I think Steve told me this before about him in the chat. And now I know exactly what he's talking about, because, when I first heard of him, I didn't know who he was. I don't watch Leipzig. Leipzig, we buy players from Leipzig and all that stuff. They're not very good. You know what I mean? Apart from Konate, you can say the rest of them, champions, get it? Champions, get it? Champions. Yeah. So it's not the things I look at anymore, considering what we signed from, Leipzig and that stuff before. So yeah, played 55 games in the league from what I can see, scored 1 goal. He's with 1.8 1.84 meters, 6 foot basically. So he's tall. He's like my height. You know what I mean? He's not midget. So he's around my height. I'm about 6 foot. So yeah, and he's a French international as well. French international. Yeah, he's got 1 cap for France, from what I can see here. Yeah, man. Listen, if this is the direction Liverpool want to go to, getting a player like this to strengthen the team, I don't think he's a Van Dijk replacement. We still need that experience, centre back. When we bought Van Dijk, he was 27, and he's still here. So it shows experience counts. So when a player enters his prime, he could do a lot of stuff with the youngsters at the same time as well. And the next, like I said, the next centre back that's going to replace Van Dijk, it's got to be someone that's 26, something like that, and help out the youth at the same time. Leadership, that's what you need. That's what I meant to say. Leadership in the team, and because like if you look at the past, when we bought defenders, it wasn't like the kind of defenders that's gonna take us to titles. Van Dijk, as soon as he walked in through that door for that Leicester game, as I remember, you already know the aura about him. You just know there's a special player there, and this is what we've got to look at. Because we bought these Mickey Mouse defenders in the past, like Phil Babbs, John Scales, and all these guys. It was never going to work. It was never going to work. That's why we waited for 30 years after that to win the league title again. And we don't want to go through things like that. You just got to do it carefully. You've got a few seasons now, a couple of seasons, to get ready for the next step of Liverpool Football Club. And we can do that. We can do that, guys. Yeah, man. Hit the chat, hit the likes as well, please, man. I appreciate that. There's about 36 people watching. Let's get more on here and enjoy it at the same time as well. As I said, all I do now is come on and everybody is here supporting. Appreciate that, man. Ale, big up, brother. Obviously, get on the chat. I always say, have your say. That's what I'm here for. And I want to hear your opinions on football as well. So there you go, guys. Like, there's some more stuff about Lukeba actually about him. I saw, I think Football Insiders talking about him as well. Similar thing to what we just saw on Liverpool.com. So listen, I want to give him a chance. I'm all about that. We've discussed this before in previous streams. Like, I don't judge players, if they haven't played for Liverpool. I can't. Players can come to a football club and surprise you. That's life. So, when we just prejudge players and say he's not good enough, man, it's not something we can control. So once they come to the Liverpool Football Club and put on that shirt and perform, then we can judge. So they must see something in these players for them to buy these players, if you know what I mean, guys. So yeah, if the club is interested and they want to get him, as I said earlier, let's go for it, man. I still can't believe Cunha is going to Man United, man. He's all over social media right now. Crazy, man. What a shame. What a shame. What an absolute shame. Yeah, Kerkez, Verts is still like something we're looking at. They're saying the deal is going good at the moment. Just the final details with him. So yeah, I'm just looking for the Kerkez stuff right now for you guys, so we could chat about him. There's a lot of stuff coming out right now, from Fabrizio Romano as well. So it's not bad at all, people. It's not bad at all. Yeah. So let me get to the chat. Edward said must offer Cunha a big wage. Yeah. That's what Man United do, bro. They don't really, when they want players that go to them, it's all about the wages. There's no longer, I want to come to Man United to win titles. It's about, I got the CV playing for Man United and I get big wage at the same time. So yeah, man, it's just sad. Like, yeah, I thought like he's better than that. Anfield, Irish man, big up, brother. I saw your stream yesterday, bro. I couldn't jump on because I was at work at night, which I'm going night again. I'll be back. I will be back on Tuesday, so we could do something if you guys want to do something. Big up, brother. Please go subscribe to Anfield Irishman. He's doing great stuff in his channel. I'm telling you guys, like, proper knowledgeable guy. A long-time Liverpool fan. Let me just put it that way. And very nice guy at the same time. Always supportive to everybody's channels. even if he's not on the actual, obviously, screen with everybody else, he helps out people on the chat. So that's how much I rate this guy. I'm telling you guys, man. I wish I knew him longer. Honestly, I always think that, Irish man, I wish I knew you longer, because the way you talk about football is similar to me. And you know your stuff, bro. You know your stuff. Just like Alexandra right there, always supportive. Big up, brother. I have to have a cappuccino, otherwise, you know, I'll go crazy in here. Probably go blah, 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 and all that stuff, if you know what I mean. I don't want to go through that. Hell no. Otherwise, this will happen. Yeah, I don't want to go through that. The reason I have the gong from The Undertaker, guys, he's my favorite wrestler of all time. I've always loved The Undertaker. You know what I mean? That mystical stuff about him. He used to like say, yeah, when I was a kid, man. Alexander says, yeah, the final was poor to watch. Yeah, it was awful, bro. Like, some people said, was it a setup? Like, did they pay like Inter Milan? You know what I mean? You know, in Italy, it's the dodgy stuff that goes on over there, innit? So everybody thought like Inter Milan got paid yesterday. Paid! I'm talking about paid. Because, you know, watching the game, it was the most one-sided final I've ever seen in my life. Like, how do you get to a final and don't even do anything? You know what I mean? You don't even create chances, let alone, you know, score a goal. So it was strange. It was very strange, in my opinion. And is it the format of the Champions League that did this to it this season? I don't know. I want to go back to the old format, to be fair, guys, because I've realized even if you finish top of the Champions League, you're still going to get a hard draw at the end of it. So there's no point. We did all that hard work, all that groundwork, all that, you know, running and, you know, getting tired and everything like that. For what? To get PSG afterwards? What a joke. Absolute joke that was, man. But we made history, you know, in this new format. Liverpool finished top. We're always going to be remembered for that. Finish the first ever, you know, Champions League new format. Liverpool finished top. Oh, that's great. You get a trophy for that? I don't know. Madness, absolute madness. But yeah, I wouldn't advise anyone to go back and watch that final, because it was just, yeah, Dembele, guys. I used to say a lot about Dembele in the past. I didn't rate him that much. I thought it was too lightweight. Gives the ball away a lot. Didn't know much about him, but playing in this new role for him, like a Firmino role, from what I can see, he is just a world beater, man. He's a world beater. I'm telling you guys, like the way he manipulates the ball, the way he moves and all that stuff, and he's two-footed. So you don't even know what foot he's gonna hit the ball with. Yeah, he deserves it, man. The way he played this season, I thought Dembele was one of the best players in the world, in my opinion, anyway. And, you know, not having Mbappe's, Messi's, and, you know, Neymar's in that team clearly proves, as I've been saying down the years, it's not always about world-class players in your team that's going to change everything. Sometimes the hard-working players that's underneath are the ones that get you titles and that. And it shows. It shows, man. These youngsters, listen, they can dominate football for a long, long time, and that's the scariest part of it. And this is why I say we have to take up this opportunity right now, because I think we're up there with them, especially last season when I said I'm more optimistic than down when we got at the Champions League against PSG, because I didn't think we really deserved to get out, if you know what I mean. If we had more depth, I think we would have actually been in the final, obviously probably win the Champions League as well. So I'm not too downhearted about last season's performance in the Champions League. Next season is going to be an interesting season, because, you know, new players are going to come in. They're going to make the team better. But what I'm worried about is, okay, a lot of new players are coming in. I've been hearing a lot of players are going out as well. So prepare yourself for that as well, guys, because we're going to be probably hurt, you know, of players leaving, if you know what I mean. Please, guys, there's 40 people watching. Just hit that like. If you don't want to subscribe, it's understandable. I'm not here to force people to, you know, subscribe and all that stuff. I'm not all about that. It's all about, you know, the support and love on this channel. And I appreciate that everybody that's, you know, been coming on and doing their bits as well, man. Really, really appreciate that. And I have been consistent. I've been coming here almost every day. Like, you know, I've always said, even if I'm working, I'll try my best to come on and you know, chat with you guys, and that's what I've been doing. Appreciate that, guys, man. Really, really appreciate that. So yeah. So obviously, I'm talking. I talked about Lukeba. Hopefully, you know, something comes through, because we do need a centre back, guys. the Konate thing still pissing me off because we haven't got signed a contract with him just yet, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating. We don't want to go into next season. Konate hasn't signed a contract. We don't want to do that. We need Konate to sign right now, guys. Right now. Abdul, big up, brother. I can see you got the main man in your photo now, boy. I like that. I like that. There you go. There you go. That's for you, bro. That's for you. That is for you. You have to have that. Alexander says we could have, but we knew the forwards were poor. The strikers were a joke. Oh, okay, bro, no problem. Abdul again. There we go. Oh, it's Abdul Rahim. Sorry about that, Abdul Rahim. Sorry about that. There we go. Fuzzy, hi Fuzzy. Chat. How are you all doing? Like, comment, share, subscribe. You never walk alone. Abdul says congratulations to PSG in the Champions League final. You know, like PSG winning ain't affecting us. They just won their first ever Champions League, so it's not affecting Liverpool in any way. It's not like a team that's gonna get 6 or anything like that. So I like it. I like it. More new people coming on, the better, because our platform being 6 with the other teams is still intact, man. Because I don't want anyone coming to our platform. Nah, stay there, man. Stay there. Be the waiter. Be the chef. I mean, we're in the table with Real Madrid and AC Milan and that. You know what I mean? We stay there. We stay there. We stay there. 100%. Edward says Inter were terrible, but PSG were good. Yeah, listen, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. I thought, in my opinion, I thought they will be coming into this game because of the experience they had in past, final and in and around the Champions League, quarterfinals and all that stuff. I thought Inter Milan was going to do the business, but that left-hand side of Inter Milan, goodness gracious me. It's like, is Trent playing for them or something? What the heck is going on? It was so easy. Players taking shot and they're turning around, from 5 yards. It's madness. It's madness. It shows the lack of, motivation and all that stuff. If I was defending, I'll put my whole body on the line to stop the ball going in. And that Sama, that goalkeeper, goodness gracious me, man. How did he do that against Barcelona and then do this against PSG? It's weird. He was saving every shot against Barcelona. Obviously, he conceded goals, but I thought he performed better against Barcelona as well. It's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. PSG deserved to win the Champions League. Congratulations to them. Yeah, man. We're the only one that gave them a game. You know what I mean? Man. Oh, it's this wrestling thing, innit? Yeah, man. MK, big up, brother. Big up, brother. MK. What you saying? The real Champions League final was our 2 legs with PSG. I agree, bro. That was one hell of a games. 2 hell of a games. Sorry. If you look at Liverpool in the first leg, getting battered, absolutely battered by PSG, and Alisson having that performance of the century, if you know what I mean. And then you come to Anfield, if Salah scored in the first few minutes, guys, the game could have been different. You know what I mean? 2 goals ahead, confidence going up, and then Inter Milan probably dropping like this. Sorry, PSG dropping, in regards to their heads and all that stuff. We could have just, taken them, taken that game and been probably in the final after that as well. So, yeah, it was sad. It was sad. Like, I've always said that, like, be clinical in games. If you're not clinical in games, it catches you out at the end. Because if you look at Liverpool in the PSG game, second game, when it was 1-0 up, and then we came into the second game, we came in, like, strong in the first few minutes, like, say, 10 minutes or something like that. We just couldn't score goals. We just could not score for some reason. And then all of a sudden, Inter Milan. What am I saying Inter Milan for? Oh, PSG came into the game and dominated after that. They kept the ball better. They attacked better. They gave us more problems. And obviously, they got the goal. I don't know what Konate was doing with that slide tackle, to be fair. I still don't know. And then, they tapped it in. All that hard work in the first leg went to waste after that, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I've always said it, man. If you've got chances, you got to finish them, man. And next season, hopefully, we're going to get a striker that's clinical, that can put the ball in the back of the net, and wins us games. Because I can't rely on Salah all the time, guys. Salah is aging, and his performances will go down. And not only that, if he's marked at the game, where's that second option to score more goals? That's the scariest part of the game, if you know what I mean. If we keep this kind of attack next season as well. We need more than that. We need an out-and-out number 9 that could put the ball back of the net. Okay, I know I always say Alvarez. If it's not Alvarez, someone else that can, lead the line. Big up, Zero. Big up, brother. I hope you're okay, my guy. man, you taking exams? That's an essay, bro. I need my glasses for that shit. Let me see what you're saying. Do you think there will be any of our youngsters getting Premier League experience at bottom half clubs like Wolves, Spurs, tired of our best youngsters wasting time in the lower leagues? If you're talking about McConnell and Morton and Doak and all that stuff, I think Morton is going to be leaving this summer. I think Doak could be a strong possibility of him leaving as well. I think the reason I think that because a lot of teams are chasing Doak and he needs first team football. I could never see him in the first team of Liverpool Football Club in the future as well. So we might get cash for those two. McConnell does need a loan move, in my opinion. In a strong team, if you know what I mean. The reason you're asking, the reason they go to the lower divisions is because it's different type of football. Zero. They have to learn the brutal side of the game, which is physicality and and learning how to defend better and all that stuff, positional awareness. That's what they got to learn. That's why they go to the championship all the time, bro. That's what I said about Curtis Jones years ago. I said he ain't gonna make it in the first team regularly because he hasn't learned the basics of the game, which is that what I just said to you about McConnell. He should have went to the championship and then come up again, because a lot of teams down the years have gone. So a lot of players have gone to the championship back in the day, and they came up. They came up stronger. If you know what I mean. If you look at Harry Kane, he used to play for Leicester, Norwich, teams like that, just to build up his obviously his confidence and learning about the different side of the game. And that's what you got to do. That's why you got to put these youngsters in the championship, bro. It's not just about putting them in a bad teams. It's about learning different type of football, because if you learn the physicality of the game, the rest of the game will come together eventually, bro. And that's why I've always said this is why Curtis Jones, when you look at him, he's not consistent, because he's never learned that side of the game. He's been in the first team ever since he's come to the team, and when you look at him, you don't see him as a first team player as well. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. Guys, I don't want to keep going to every. I'll pick out the chat. I don't want to miss out anyone interview. I mean, if I haven't read your chat, yeah, sorry about that, man, because there's so many on it. Yeah, cheers, man. Big up, Uncle Rod's doing some wonderful things on your channel, bro. Supportive always, my brother. We had a long chat yesterday. Yeah, big up, bro. Cheers, man. Oh, come on, Irish, man. You are what I said you are, bro. Like I said, I wish I met you earlier, because you're a lovely guy, brother. Lovely guy, man. Appreciate that. Anytime, brother. Abdul Rohim says, everyone smash the likes. Appreciate that for Fozzy. Oh, man. That touched me, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you, bro. And let me see what he's saying. Total mismatch. It could easily have been 7-0. You're spot on, Brian. Sorry. You're spot on, because from what I saw in the game, I think PSG took the foot off the gas, bro. They could have had, like you said, 7 goals. From what I saw, I think they felt sorry for Inter Milan. When a team feels sorry for you, that's a worrying sign, bro. That's a worrying sign. There's a lot of stuff Inter Milan have to do. I think they need a refurbishment. That Balera guy everybody used to talk about, I don't know what's happened to him. You know what I mean? And it was just strange watching him yesterday. Like I thought this guy was better than what he was. You know what I mean? Like I didn't watch him as much as everybody else, but he was linked to Liverpool a lot, as I remember back in the day. And what I saw of him yesterday, that ain't a player. A lot of us, were talking about. It doesn't match that levels of a player everybody was talking about, because the way people were talking about Barella, it was like a world beater kind of player. And what I saw of him yesterday, he was struggling, bro. And Mkhitaryan, he's still playing? That's crazy. And then you see Bastoni, everybody wanted him as a fullback for Liverpool, or as a centre back / fullback. He was struggling as well, man. He was struggling as well. DeMarco, is it how you say his name? DeMarco. Oh my God, that guy, number 32. Goodness gracious me. If that's a left back, that's like a Trent for Inter Milan. You know what I mean? Like he was just getting done over the whole game. And like I said, the goal when he turned his back inside his 6-yard box. Come on, bro. Like, you got to run towards the ball and block it. That's a proper defender, man. Yeah. Yesterday, guys, that Inter Milan team, it was just awful all around, man. Yeah, people, please do me a favor. Hit the like button, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Appreciate that. Please go and support Irishman. Obviously, it's on the chat on his channel. Anfield Irishman, Uncle Rods. They got their own channels. Please go and subscribe to them. Appreciate that. Big up, Colin, man. Nice to have you back, brother. Hope everything's okay with you. Yeah, big up, bro. John Heitinger as a head coach for Ajax. Yeah, listen, good luck to him, man. You know what I mean? He learned his trade at Liverpool Football Club. Now everybody's chasing you when you win a Premier League, as always. We know that. It's not just the players that people chase. They chase our coaches because, when good things are happening at a football club, all the big teams come for not just the players, but the coaches as well. I hope he goes all right for him over there. You know what I mean? As long as he finishes below Liverpool in the future in any Champions League, encounters and all that stuff. He's done good for us. You know what I mean? He gets our, obviously blessing. We're not like gonna be angry at him. He has ambition as a coach, and now he reached it. I mean, so good luck to him, man. I hope, like I said yesterday, we get a coach in that's only interested in coaching the team, not a manager or anything like that. Because, it disrupts the momentum of the football club. So in 5 years, you should have the same coaches. After that, you could rotate, get new ones in, new ideas, and then in the next stage of Liverpool Football Club. That's what I want to do. I don't want to have a coach that has ambition as a manager, and then we have to change over and change over and change over. I don't want to go through that. You know what I mean, guys? It's something we should not go through, if you know what I mean. Big up, Glenn. Never seen you here before. Appreciate you coming on, brother. Let me see what you're saying. I prefer the big screen because I'm blind, as you can see, guys. West Ham fan, firstly, our sympathy goes out. So our sympathy on what happened to you guys. Secondly, do any of you think Kudus is good enough to replace Mo? So that's a good. Listen, best comment, Glenn. I love that because I'm a Kudus fan. You can see on the screen, it keeps on changing and all that stuff. Guys, I will get to Kerkez. Don't worry. I haven't forgot. I will get to him. Don't worry. I've got a lot of stuff I have to fix on here for me to talk about him, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so with Kudus, bro, I'm a big fan. You know what I mean? Because I don't think he could do the same as Salah in regards to getting goals. That's impossible. A lot of players have tried that and they've never reached that heights. You know what I mean? Salah is a right winger that can get you a striker's goals. When did we ever see that in the Premier League history? Never seen that. Never. We had Beckhams, we had Giggs, we had all these guys, down the years. They've never got over 20 goals consistently a season. No. So the next step for Liverpool Football Club is to replace him. I agree. Is Kudus the one? He could be. Let me just put it that way. Because what I like about Kudus, he could play all across the front line. He could play as a right winger. He could play as obviously as a striker, and he could play as a left winger as well. And he could play off the striker. So he's got multiple attributes for him to flourish at Liverpool Football Club. But what I'm advising Liverpool fans for the future is don't expect every player to be like Salah. Mane is a possibility because Mane is not the guy who gets you, over 20 goals a season consistently. He's not that type of player. He's a, obviously a hybrid. He attacks and wins balls and, scores probably 12, 13 goals a season consistently, if you know what I mean. So that kind of ones you could actually replace. But with Salah, it's going to be very difficult in the future for us to replace him because, great players, when they go, it's not always replaced by the same type of players. And that's what worries me when Salah goes, you know what I mean? But Kudus is a strong possibility, bro, because, if he could bring us the creativity as well as 12, 13 goals a season, that's not a bad return for a guy like that. And secondly, Glenn, a lot of people are downgrading him this season because of the performances. And not only that, people are forgetting the whole West Ham team haven't been performing very well this season either. So I'm not basing it on that. I'm basing it on what I've seen, the quality that he has. And I'm a firm believer he can be a Liverpool player and do more stuff at our football club. Yeah, 100%, bro, 100%. But great, listen, great comment. I love that, man. And with Kudus now, I don't think is the 80 million pound people were talking about before 90 million pound mark anymore. It's probably around the 40 million pound mark for him now. So yeah, because of his age and longevity in the game in the future as well. So yeah, listen, I'm all for Kudus. I've always been, I'm not going to change my mind. The only thing that's going to disrupt me as a fan is the African nations. Unless they take it to the summer, it's going to disrupt our momentum during the season, if you know what I mean. And I don't know if I've heard they changed. It's not going to be January anymore. It's going to be earlier now this year. So we'll see. But great chat, bro. I like that, man. I like Kudus. I've always liked Kudus. Uncle Albert always used to bring it in my head. Get Kudus. And yeah, Uncle Albert is a funny guy. Let me just put it that way. I expected PSG to win the Champions League final, of course, after they knocked us out. So I was not surprised at all. Yeah, listen, each to their own. I just gave you my, point of view. I'm eating the humble pie, Inter Milan got destroyed. I didn't think Inter Milan would come out like they did LA. I honestly didn't. I thought they could do better than what they did, you know what I mean? So it was a strange one. Very strange one. Yes, Jimmy, big up, brother. Liverpool are the only ones that PSG found hard to beat. Villa should have beat them. I'm telling you guys, like, what chance? I watched that game. Villa had a few chances. Yeah, they could have beat them. It's just Donnarumma was just having one amazing game that day. I'm telling you, Villa played well. Villa and Liverpool are the two teams that actually gave them a game. Let me just put it that way. Villa did well as well, but the strikers, including Salah at Anfield, really caught LFC out. Yeah, 100%. Big up, Jimmy, man. Big up, brother. There we go. Don. Scottish Bear, my guy. Big up, brother. Hope everything is well. Big up, Ravi. Of course, MK. I said, you never walk alone as well. Big up, brother. Hope everything's well with you. Yeah, just going down the comments, just getting everyone involved. That's what it's all about. Big up, Scottish Bear, man. Appreciate you, brother. Salah and of course the rest. Of course, the rest of the strikers. So striker force couldn't do anything, and that was it. Konate was trying out for his PSG audition. I think we just got caught out in that game, bro. I think if you look at the second game, obviously we won the first one. If you look at the second game, if we scored those goals, I think it would have been a different game. The crowd would have been up for it. We would have kept on going, getting more goals, if you know what I mean. And the only way you could beat PSG, from what I can see when I'm watching PSG, is physicality. I don't think Inter Milan done enough on the physical side of the game. And that Traore, what's his name? Not Traore, what's his name? Thuram up front. That striker, Lilian Thuram's son, is terrible, guys. I'm sorry, like, he's not a striker, man. I'm looking at his technique. I'm looking at the way he plays. That Thuram guy is not a striker, man. I'm convinced, 100%. Maybe you should try like his dad, like go back to right back or centre back. Maybe he'd be better in that position, because he didn't give much. He didn't give. He took one shot, as I remember, the goal, the Donnarumma saved. That's about it. But he didn't give them enough problems, man. And he had a header, hit it wide, if you know what I mean. So yeah. It's as I said, like the only way you could beat PSG, from what I can see, especially with their slight players, they haven't got players that's physically intimidating. No, they're more of slight, short, Barcelona Pep Guardiola team. And if you put it on them, as we did with that 5-0 at home, 4-0 at home against Barcelona, that's how you could beat these teams. Why did we beat Barcelona at that time? Because physically we overpowered them. It wasn't technical ability. They're better than us at technical ability, but physicality wise, we beat them because we put it on them in that game, and we won by 4-0 without Salah, without Firmino as well. We had Shaqiri and Origi in the team. There you go, people. That's what you got to do against these teams, and that's how we're going to do it next season, hopefully, as well. Yeah, man. Big up, Jimmy, man. Alexandra, what's going on, my guy? What is going on? Yeah, so you guys want to talk about Kerkez? I'm ready. There's 15 minutes to go. Obviously, I'm here for an hour and a bit, hopefully. I want a competent striker, not one that gets 5-6 goals when the season ends jokes. Yeah, we do, bro. We do. We gave opportunities to a lot of strikers at Liverpool Football Club, but they haven't performed to the standards. You know what I mean? A lot of us defend Darwin Núñez. A lot of us are in the middle. A lot of us are, against him. I'm more, I've had enough. It's time to change. We spent a lot of money on you to score goals. I don't want you to be, you know, a runner, and you know, and that is it. I want a guy who could put the ball in the back of the net. I've got runners already. I've got Soboslais. I've got, you know, Gravenberch, McAllister's. Now we're going to get Verts. We've got runners already, people that can run around, you know, and defend. We don't need that anymore. We need a guy at front, focal point, that can put, you know, the ball in the back of the net, 25 goals a season, you know, and things like that. That's what we want. Like you said, competent striker, 100%, Alexandra. I agree with you, brother. I don't disagree. Yes, people, like I said, hit the likes and subscribe. Where I'm aiming for, you know, more subscribers and likes and all that stuff. So please do that for me. If you don't want to subscribe, just hit the like. You know what I mean? I'm not going to push you into that. DL says last night illustrated that Liverpool were greater efficiency up front, with greater efficiency up front, would have, listen, if we had a better striker up front, we would have scored more goals, 100%, bro. I'm not here to disagree with that. That's the unfortunate side of Liverpool. We do a lot of stuff off the ball, but putting the ball in the back of the net is an issue sometimes for us. And it's just sad. It is sad that we could have had the Premier League, the League Cup, and the Champions League, obviously, in our cabinet this season, if we bought the right players in the summer as well. I agree with you 100%, bro. I agree 100%. Smash the likes. Smash them likes, says... obviously, Scottish Bear. Yeah, ask me any questions, guys. I'm going to go, obviously, to the Kerkez thing right now. What I've found out, obviously, around the social media about him. There's a lot of stuff happening about Luis Diaz as well, guys. Apparently, Al Nasser in Saudi Arabia. I know them very well because I was born there. Yeah, I was born in Saudi Arabia, guys. I wasn't born in England. I'm a Somali Arab. That's what I can say. But I spent most of my life in this country. Yeah, since the 80s, I've been here. Let me go to it. Anfield sector. Let me see what they're saying. There we go. Before Kelleher, Brentford in advanced talks. There you go, people. Everybody's favorite, of course, Liverpool. Mainly Irish fans. Love the Irish. Luck of the Irish. Yeah, it's sad about Kelleher. We had a discussion about him the other day, actually, in a stream. And, you know, a lot of Liverpool fans were saying we should keep him instead of, like, getting Mamardashvili in. And what I said was, the guy wants to play first-team football. You can't stop someone's dream, man. If they want to play first-team football, let them, you know, without blessing. And not only that, it's not like he came to our football club and done us dirty, if you know what I mean. He done us well. Majority of last season, he actually played for the team. And he done pretty well in the first team as well. Forget about that Newcastle game. You know, some people hold on to games like one mistake and it's the end of the world. It ain't end of the world, man. It's not, man. Just forgive him for that. We won the league. That's the most important thing. We won the league. Yes, we could have won the league earlier. Okay, you know what I mean? But, you know, when you're missing a player like Alisson, that's a big gap. And then you got Kelleher replacing him and coping with that. That's brilliant, man. Actually, some people were asking questions about, you know, why is Alisson playing and you know, Kelleher's not playing? Like, you know, they wanted Kelleher to play. And they're saying, why is Alisson playing? At the time as well. Because I think we was in a bad run when Alisson came back in goal. And they said, with Kelleher, we was better off. And I agree with that, you know, in most cases. So, yeah, man, he gets my blessing, Kelleher, man, because he done us well, guys. He needs the first team. Good luck to him. I hope, you know, he finds happiness, obviously, wherever he goes. So Brentford, it's not a bad team to play for. You know what I mean? They're consistently in the, you know, obviously top half of the table. They always perform in big games as well. They give good games to the big teams. So yeah, good luck to him, man. This one makes me more sad than Trent, to be fair, guys. Honestly, because I thought Kelleher, you know, has done us good, man. He covered Alisson well. Let me just put it that way. Yeah, let me just go around. While you guys are watching this, let me show you something. Where was that thing I saw? Flex from... Where is this? I saw his thing on here. Well, listen, guys, like, the way we are, a lot of our rivals are not, you know, happy, you know, because Liverpool are making signings early. And it's something that the rivals don't want. if you know what I mean. And they're very unhappy about that. So let me show you what this flex guy has been saying while I look for the other stuff. Yeah, appreciate the chat, guys. Honestly, appreciate you guys coming on and helping me out on here as always. Thank you very much. Yeah, so he's talking about the Vert signing. So I don't think I've ever bought you that one. So yeah, listen to this. What he's saying. There you go.
Liverpool Football Club, I warned you. We have all been warned as a bunch of neutrals that they ain't playing. 130 M's down on the table for Florian Wirtz. That's about 109/110 million pounds. Liverpool war kitty, Liverpool war chest, fully active. Yeah, fully active. Jeremy Frimpong announced 35 million pounds bargain. Kerkez still on his way. Probably going to be another bargain. But Florian Wirtz, over 100 M's, Liverpool ain't playing. And I know I've said this already, but this just cements it that it ain't chat. It ain't a bag of chat. They must be stopped. Now, obviously, Man United can't do that. I'm not trying to suggest that at all. But Arsenal, you must rise. Man City don't really want you to win nothing. But again, we're being realistic about who could actually potentially stop Liverpool. They're the only two. Chelsea, probably not. Nah. Arsenal got to activate. And they're talking to Sesko at the moment as well. But Liverpool...
Sesko to Arsenal? I don't know, guys. I don't know what that's going to produce at Arsenal. I think they needed a striker last season than this season. I think they're looking at Arsenal. What you got to understand is other teams are improving. And they're going to need more than that. They're going to need more than Sesko, if you know what I mean. And is he proven in the Premier League? I don't think so, man. You know what I mean? The Premier League, it's not the German league. It's not the Bundesliga. So if he's coming down here thinking that he's going to score like a lot of goals, it ain't going to happen. Let me just put it that way. Wirtz posted pictures of him signing Germany jersey with a pen and signature emoji underneath. Oh, wow. He's coming, bro. You never walk alone. He's on his way, bro. Don't worry about anything. He's on his way. Trust me. He's on his way. I'm not worried about him. Yeah, but let's continue what he's saying. I love, when rival fans are scared of us. It's the best thing in the world. Don't you think?
Are fully active. And I'm not going to lie. It's scary. They've won the 20th league title. Comfy. Not even a title race. Trent gone, replacement signed. Man like Jota and Darwin Núñez and all of them, man, there probably going to be out. Florian Wirtz, 100 M's down on the table, 130 M's down on the table, euros, done. Kerkez, he's already posted up. Don't really know what's going to happen, Bournemouth fans, but this, that, and the third. Liverpool are there.
There you go.
They're still on the look for the centre-back, still on the look for more midfielders, still on the look for more attackers. Saudi might come in with big P's for Luis Diaz. Would you back Liverpool to maybe take that deal? 80 million, I saw quoted, 80 million euros anyway. Big money, big money. Would Liverpool do that? Be a big move because Luis Diaz is a fantastic player. But with the way Liverpool are on this recruitment thing, it's scary hours. It's scary hours. I wouldn't put it past them.
You see the way they admire us, guys? These are the same people that used to say, oh, I feel Liverpool's going to finish 5th, maybe 6th, maybe 7th, maybe 8th. You know what I mean? That's as far as I go. These are the people that were saying that. Now, oh, Liverpool. That you could see, deep inside, they hurt him badly. And I just want to go in, even further. Just I just want to finish them all. I just want to finish them. I don't want to get rid of these teams. I mean, Man United, look what they finished last season, in the bottom half, next to relegation zone. I want to keep them there, as they did to us for 30 years. We're going to keep them there, man. Just keep those assholes at the bottom. I love it.
They are going to be bang on this summer transfer window. And the fact that they've retained Salah, the fact that they've retained Virgil van Dijk, obviously Alisson as well, is crazy. It really, really is crazy. And we shouldn't be surprised, to be honest. We shouldn't. I hear that. We shouldn't be surprised because, like I said, they didn't spend no money last year. But it's just, do you know what it is? It's just the level of intent. And again, guys, window's not even open. The window's not even open yet.
It is open today.
I just remembered that actually. The windows, they announced Frimpong holding up the shirt, signed. They even tried to get him last year as well, I read. So again, this ain't just someone they've plucked out the sky. This is proper due diligence. This is proper earmarking. Might lose Trent, hasn't signed a new deal yet. Can't really listen. You can't fault FSG and the decision makers at Liverpool with the way they're moving. They've announced one guy before the window's even open. It's very, very clear that they're in strong for Wirtz. I mean, what is it that David Ornstein actually said? Liverpool submit offer to sign Florian Wirtz from Bayer Leverkusen worth up to 130 million in total. This is an improved second big bid, a figure, a top-end amount, compromise fixed fee, and potential add-ons. 22-year-old Bayern Leverkusen playmaker is keen to join Liverpool, so we know he wants Liverpool anyway.
There you go.
But that one's crazy. That one's crazy where they're saying that this is an improved bid. So again, Liverpool aren't cutting corners. I know some Liverpool fans have been very critical of FSG, not improving the team. I remember when Klopp needed that little extra boost up. He had injuries and stuff like that.
Listen, within our right, we can be, angry if you don't sign players that's going to improve the squad and, take us to the next level. Of course, we're a big club. What do you want us to do? Just accept us being like in the bottom half of the table? Like, I don't understand. Like, Liverpool don't do that. And we had within our right to have a go at the owners because they wasn't spending. Season in, season out, we're just sitting here while we're admiring other teams getting their players. I don't want to do that anymore, man. We're at the top. From a position of power, like my mate Laser used to say, you strengthen. You don't go back down, you strengthen. And this is what we got to do. This is what we got to do. Let me get back to the chat before we go to the Kerkez thing. Well, you guys are waiting for that, innit? Let's be honest. Was class yesterday at 19 years old. Yeah, if you're talking about the winger, I don't know their names, guys. Like, I'm not very good with names, innit, man? I was just watching the game, and that's about it, really. When it comes to names, I'm very, very bad at it. If you're talking, the number 14. He looks class, man. I don't know how the big teams missed out on that player, guys. I honestly, I'm sitting here thinking, like, haven't we got scouts? Like, how are we missing out on players like that? Yeah, this kid is going to be the future of football, man, the way he's playing. I hope, like, no injuries, anything like that. His future looks bright. His future looks absolutely bright, man. Yeah, he was class yesterday. I agree with you, Abdul. 100%, bro. 100% class performance yesterday. Should have had more than one goal, really. Should have had a few. You know what I mean? Yeah, 100%. Big up, Ravi, brother. Yes, me dread. I'm not a dread, but I'll do my best with that. Wagwan, you know what I mean? No, I'm not good with dreads. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Take me out the streets. Yes, my dread. We will be doing up Johnny Osborne saying to other clubs, team, are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Brother John, with our transfers business. Listen, I've said it in the last few days. I said it to you guys, like, for a while now, actually. Like, the best business is early business, because if you do an early business, that means the preseason will be great, which means we'll be ahead of every other club in the transfer window. While the other clubs are going to be, trying to sign players and that, we'll be already ready, if you know what I mean. So when we go into the new season, we'll be ahead of everybody else. So this is how you do business. I remember the greatest teams like Man United and, Chelsea and Man City and all that stuff. Early business, every single time, which brings you more success. And that's what we've got to do. Yeah, sorry, I didn't do no justice on the mid-red and all that stuff. Sorry about that, guys. I'm not gangster. I'm not. Yeah. Italian League, MK says, Italian League, a low-key retirement league before. Yeah, MLS, Saudi Pro League come about. Yeah, listen, the corruption has made that league what it is today. You know what I mean? If it didn't have a corruption, maybe this league will be regarded in a higher platform, and they chose that. I mean, they let corruption take over and mess up that whole league. As you remember, Juventus like were relegated 2 leagues in it or something like that, not so long ago. So it happens, man, in that place. It's just sad. It's just sad what you see, what we've seen yesterday, what we witnessed yesterday. Like 5 goals, bro. It's too much, man. It's too much.
And I remember some Liverpool fans saying, why don't we just go strong? Why don't we go buy this, buy that? It's typical, Liverpool, right? FSG. Klopp's that was that good of a manager. Sometimes you get that. You get managers that are so good. Even if you don't get the highest level investment, they're that damn good. Mm-hmm. They will get a tune out of what they got and some. And that is what Klopp is, because he's a generational manager, top manager. So he was able to mask a lot of that. But it's almost like Liverpool have gone, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that with Arne Slot. And even though he won the team with the same team that won the league with the same team that Klopp had, they've had a whole season of no investment, just bringing in Chiesa, and they're not making that mistake. They're going aggressive now. They're moving like a club that wants to dominate this next 5 years. Let's be fair, because I don't even need to go into the quality of Florian Wirtz. Florian Wirtz, right? Just quickly, by entering the league, I'll just say it as it. He has potential, and I say potential, right? Because you never know how these things are going to go. Mm-hmm. He could potentially be top 5 players in the league.
Yeah.
That's how good he can be. That's how good he can be. That's how good he is in terms of his ability. Obviously, the transfer to Liverpool is going to come with a massive fee. It's going to come with a lot of pressure playing for the English champions. So it might not transpire to that he looks like that. But I have no problem saying that in terms of ability, and also the team Liverpool have, and how Arne Slot has proved already that he can improve young players.
For those who are new to the channel, what I said was about the way Arne Slot has done, won the league this season, is something we should have done years ago, like a long time ago, because what we normally do with different management is we buy players and then we put them in the first team, hoping for them to improve the team, if you know what I mean. And that's sacrificing us winning the league at the same time as well. But what Arne Slot did was he assessed the squad, as he said, in the summer, looked at the players that's going to perform in a higher level consistently, and he went with that. Even though he's not going to be putting players that we bought for a large amount of money like Nunez and all that stuff. With the other management, we would have played Nunez. We would have played, players that's not to the standards that can win you a title, just to prove the fan base wrong. But Arne Slot didn't do that. He made sure like we were solid from the forwards to the midfield to the defense to the goalkeeper. That's what he did. Even though it's going to sacrifice other competitions, I'm still going to play the same 11 throughout the season. And that's what he did. As I said, look at past experiences with Liverpool. Why did we miss out on league titles? Because we kept on trying players in the team that are not up to the standards. And we didn't do that this season. If we did this a few seasons ago, maybe Liverpool will be on more titles than they are right now. So sometimes doing things like that, guys, it does disrupt the team. And that's what I looked at. I was studying it. I was thinking, how did we win the league this season? With comfort and, less rotation. And I looked at that and I said, wow, that's a great spot, because that's something we've never done before. We're always trying to prove people wrong about players. And this time we haven't done it. And look at the rewards after that. Yes, we haven't won more cups as we should have, but we won the big one. And 1.5 million people at Liverpool shows that, how important that big one is. So think about it that way, guys. If we keep these players, season in and season out, trying to prove fans wrong, you could lose league titles. You could lose big competitions because of them. I don't have any issue with Darwin Núñez. I don't have any problems with these players. I just don't think they're good enough. I've tried for 3 years. You guys saw me on this channel. For 3 years, I've put my tactics board out and all that stuff and tried to put Darwin in a place he could win and how to beat the offside and all that stuff. 3 years I've tried and it just hasn't worked. And I realized, what's the point? What is the actual point? And then people are talking about it's to do with confidence. I've never seen a top team hold on to a player more than 2 seasons if he's not performing. Liverpool held on to him for 3 seasons. We bought him for, what was it, 85 million? When the transfer completes. And what has he done at Liverpool Football Club? He just got worse. I remember Darwin Núñez creating chances but missing them. That doesn't even exist anymore. He doesn't even miss chances anymore because he doesn't get chances anymore. Doesn't make the runs. He's always thumbs up. And the camera, looks at him. He's doing the same stuff every time. Same movements. Offside again. Nah, man. If I was a player and I really wanted to stay at a football club and I want to prove everyone wrong, I'll work harder than what he does. After training sessions, turn up before everybody. Things like that. Improve on your offside. Tell Alisson, stay with me after the training. Let me do shooting practice. Things like that. Fitness coach, come on, help me out here. And he's just doing his, hairstyles and all that stuff. And, little goatee and all that. That's all he does. And then we're saying Núñez. For what? Okay, he does a lot of running. Great. But we didn't buy him for that. I didn't buy a donkey. I want a goal scorer. Come on, man. Kudus can do well in a better team. Yeah, 100%, bro. I agree with you, Rafi. I agree with you, bro. Big up, Mo. Mighty Mo. We're going to do something together very soon, bro. So prepare yourself, brother. Please go subscribe to my brother, Mighty Mo. He's got his own channel and all that good stuff. Very lovely guy, man. Very lovely guy. And he's been on this channel a few times as well. So please go subscribe to him. We're going to do the panel show very, very soon. And he's going to be in it. So, yeah, just get to know him, man. Get to know my brother over there. Yeah, let me just go to the comments. And then we go to Kudus. As you can see, Flex is talking about Liverpool. We're living rent-free in everybody's, minds. And I like that because that's what it should be. Liverpool, scaring everybody. So let me go to the Kerkez thing right now. Sorry about that, guys. It took me a while. But I want to prolong the show, you know what I mean? And give you some good content along the way. And then we could discuss everything else after. It's no problem, man. I'm here for an hour always here and a bit. So it's no problem for me. There you go. There you go. So Fabrizio Romano right there, guys. Right there. Let me make it bigger for you. Let me take the chat out of the way. Question, thoughts on how we will score goals next season? Buy a striker. Buy a striker that can do it. That's what you got to do. Buy a striker that can get, Salah out of trouble. Because Salah will be marked throughout next season. So if you could take the pressure away from Salah and you obviously get your goals, it's just, the striker that we need is someone that makes runs at the right time. If you know what I mean, something in training you can practice. Make runs at the right time. Always be on the last defender, but do the curvy run to go through on goal. Things like that. That's what you need. Not a guy just runs straight to offside positions. That doesn't work. It's rubbish. It's the lack of football awareness. That's what it is. He's not a footballer. I mean, I'm sorry to say that Núñez is not a footballer. I've never seen a guy play like that. A professional footballer that plays in a big team play like Darwin Núñez. I've never seen that. It's impossible, man. I've coached players. I've played the game. I've never seen a player like that in my life, man. No technical ability. No, let me give you an example. Tottenham game. 1 defender versus 2. Him and Salah versus the defender. Through on goal. Nobody marking him. All he had to do is tap the ball, hit the right pace on the ball for Salah just to tap it in. What did he do? He overhit the pass and it nearly went out for a throw in. Salah, I think, won the ball back. 2 against 1. Normal striker probably will take on, just go straight at the goal and score. I mean, this is what I'm saying. He's just not good enough. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. We need better striking than what we have for next season for us to score more goals, brother. I understand Kerkez has already said yes to Liverpool project. No issues on personal terms. This is from Fabrizio Romano. Club to club talks underway, with Liverpool also busy on Florian Wirtz's deal, but in regular contact with Bournemouth. Deal absolutely on. See, people? There you go, man. Kerkez, Liverpool could happen very, very soon. So get excited for that one. I like the player. What I like about him, guys, is the overlaps, his aggressive side of the game. and never give him attitude. You know what I mean? Even when players get past him, he goes back and wins the ball back with aggression, with aggressive, mentality. And I like that. I've always said that if you want to survive as a defender, not only you should sort out, the defensive side, but be more aggressive so people can pay more respect to you. You know what I mean? If you put it on someone, they get scared, don't they? And this is what Kerkez should be doing. So this is what Kerkez does for Bournemouth, from what I've seen. And not only that, we've got Richard Hughes, who's come from Bournemouth to Liverpool, so he can negotiate with Bournemouth about things like this as well. Maybe, you never know, maybe Tsimikas could be going the other way as well. That could happen. That could happen, people. You never know, man. You never know. But I like that. Look, from Fabrizio Romano, saying things like this is important, in my opinion, because when he says things, a lot of people listen at the same time as well. So, yeah. I can't wait, man. I really can't wait for pre-season. I'm not going to go to Japan. Not this year. Last year I was in the USA with the team, but not this year. I'm not going to Japan, man. That's too far for me to go. Probably when they go USA again one day, I'll go back and watch them in the pre-season there. Let me see what Anfield Sector is saying. There's another stuff on here, people. Please hit the likes and subscribe if you're new. Appreciate everybody that's on as always. I always mention you guys. I always read your stuff. That's what it should be like in a stream, in my opinion. There we go. This is from the Anfield Sector. It says, let me make it smaller. Why is it so big, man? God damn. Kerkez on Liverpool links. Of course, something always leaks. This is Kerkez speaking, by the way. Something leaks into the news. I don't know how. At the same time, I think it's normal that if you play well and the team does well, then you get into the news and end up on the front page. And everyone talks about you. That's all. He knows people talk, of course, and all that stuff. And he ain't against that. I like that. You know what I mean? Like, he knows he played well this season as well. It's not like we're getting a player that's bad or anything like that. But he admits, playing well, all that stuff. He's a confident guy. I see this as a fuel that drives me forward. All this doesn't break me. Wow, this is a movie or something like that? Oh, this doesn't break me. But it doesn't boost my ego either. But it teaches me humility and motivates me. There you go, people. The guy, is a humble guy. He's a humble guy that wants to succeed in football and wants to win big things as well. I like that. I really like that, guys. Having players who have ambitions, coming to your football club that want to win things. That's important. Very important. I don't want to play, I just want to play for Liverpool. Liverpool is a great team and, this and that. And they don't talk about the winning side. They just, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. That one. Nah, don't want to see that. Oh, sorry about that, bro. Yeah. There we go. Irish man. AFCON is in December 21st to Jan's 18th. Oh, that's not bad then. That's the winter time. I'm an African. I don't even know myself. What the heck is going on? Big up Irish, man, as always, man. Big up, bro. See another new person, obviously, on the channel. Why not in for Mateta? Uncle Ross talks about Mateta, to be fair, mate. You know what I mean? I'll call you E. I don't want to say your name in the wrong way, Mr. E. Or Kerkez. That's how you say Kerkez. Give me EPL hang on. Why not in for Mateta and Kerkez? Give me EPL third best striker or European highest goal scorer in Kerkez, improving in 2 seasons, and UCL in prime age as well, 26, 27 for both. I don't know. With me, I'm all for giving opportunities to players, if you know what I mean. But it's the age of the players Liverpool look at. 27 is a no-go. 26 maybe. So let me just put it that way. Uncle Rods likes Mateta. He talks about him a lot, and I'm not a fan of him really that way. I think he's more suited to a Tottenham or someone like that rather than Liverpool Football Club. So if Liverpool go for him, of course I'm going to support him, if you know what I mean. But I think we need better, bro. I think we need better. Someone along the lines of, like I always say, Alvarez or Isak, someone like that can, you know, put the ball in the back of the net for us on a regular basis, if you know what I mean. Yeah. That's my obviously option, my preference, instead of, you know, these two over here. I think the Kerkez, I don't know, I hope I said his name right. He was playing in the Championship not so long ago as well, so he's a good player. I mean, he done well at Porto. Sorry, is it Porto? Yeah, FC Porto. No, sorry, Sporting. He done well at Sporting, but so has Darwin Núñez at Benfica. So, if you know what I mean, you could do well in the Portuguese league, but when you come to the Premier League, it's a different animal. That's what worries me when we go for Portuguese players. Lazar Markovic, as you guys remember, the next big thing they were telling us, and then, you know, they sold him to us for a lot of money. Has he made it at Liverpool? No. So we've got to be careful about the Portuguese league, in my opinion, as well, guys. So, yeah. I've always said that. Be careful, you know what I mean, about those kind of players who play in different leagues. Portuguese league, you know, what you got to look at is the defensive side and the goalkeepers you face. The quality of the goalkeepers are different in the Premier League to the Portuguese league. That's why, you know, the likes of Núñez and all that stuff struggle to put the ball in the back of the net, because, you know, in Portugal, it's already in the Premier League, goalkeepers fight for the ball. So there's two different things over there, guys, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, we just got to be careful with that one. Liverpool are in advanced talks to sign Kerkez from Bournemouth in the next week. Confirmed. There you go. And a new round of talks scheduled in the next days between Liverpool FC and Bournemouth to try and close the deal. Fee discussed around 42 million package. So it's 40 million plus add-ons, probably. That's what they're going to be looking at. So I like that. You know what I mean? Like Scottish Bear, I think Diaz stays. I don't know, bro. I don't know. If the right money comes in for his age, I don't know about that, because he's hitting 29, brother. He's almost 29. Let me just give you that. So continuing, obviously, with this one. There is a total agreement between Liverpool and Milos Kerkez. Milos Kerkez, sorry, plus his representatives over a 5-year contract until June 2030. Everything done on personal terms. Bournemouth are pushing for a package close to 45 million. Liverpool FC are offering a package worth 42 million. Sources believe an agreement is close and middle ground, will be agreed in the next days. So it depends how Richard Hughes works on this transfer, guys, if you know what I mean. He's been at Bournemouth, so he might make a little kind of, you know, sway it towards us some way, somehow, if you know what I mean. I like that. Really like that. Yeah. Let me just go before I get out of here. So I got you the Kerkez thing. I talked about the Lukeba thing as well. Am I a big fan of Lukeba? I don't know much about him. If you know what I mean, I watch clips of him. I hope, you know, he's not the replacement for Van Dijk, but, you know, an add-on to the defense that we got, because a replacement for Van Dijk has to be similar to Van Dijk's attributes. So leadership, as well as, you know, defensive solidity. He has to be solid in defense and, you know, fight in defense. That's what I'm looking for our next defender. That's going to replace Van Dijk, if you know what I mean. My voice is gone. Yeah, let me just go through the comments before I go. I don't want to keep rambling on for you guys, because, you know, I brought you as much as I can, and, you know, I love to discuss it with you guys. I always read your comments, of course, if I can, you know what I mean. Yeah, appreciate that, guys. Hang on, I'm just making things, see if there's any breaking news around the social media. No, there's nothing else. Florian Wirtz thing again, 24 minutes ago from King Kenny Douglas. Stand for hearing Florian Wirtz will have a medical for Monday. Okay. So let me show you this one, guys. If this is true, great. I've heard about Florian Wirtz, guys, you know, in regards to him joining Liverpool. It's going to be the kit. Liverpool unveiling the Adidas kit. So when we obviously officially, I don't know if you guys seen it at the end of the season. Liverpool didn't put the Adidas kit on, have they? It was still Nike. So this is, I think, something that could potentially happen. Liverpool unveiling the Adidas kit with Florian Wirtz as their first Liverpool player on there. This is what I've heard anyway. So yeah. So as you can see, here Florian Wirtz will have medical for LFC on Monday. Reported 130 million euros and 2K a week. What a signing he is going to be. It's going to be, but it's going to be. There you go, people. Like a lot of people are talking about this. So yeah, imagine that, like the Adidas and Florian Wirtz at the same time. That would be sick. That would be, guys, that would be the sickest thing in the history of football. You know what I mean? Oh, I can't wait for the Adidas kit, to be fair, guys. Imagine like we get that in and unveil it. Oh, I'm more Adidas. I was born around the, I was born in Umbro, but when I was a kid, it was all about the candy shirts, crayon paint, Adidas ones. So yeah, I'm all for that, guys. Honestly, I'm all for that. Big up, bro. Big up, K. I'll call you K. Yeah. Big up, bro. Welcome to the channel. Hey. Let me see what's going on. Sorry, guys. The chat is all over the place on my screen. I can't say it. Hey, you're red. Grab a like. You never walk alone. Big up, bro. Appreciate that. Yes, Mr. Scottish Bear. Thank you very much. What's Kay saying? Q, Harry Q. You know what I mean? Looks like advice asked the sort G had to put you in Liverpool next time. Look like advice asked the sort of G had to put you in. I don't know if you're talking about me. Okay. Let me see what Bonkers is saying. Big up, Bonkers. Welcome to the channel, bro. Haven't seen you for a bit. I hope everything's okay with you. I hope everybody's okay, by the way. Obviously, after that incident at Liverpool. Madness going on, innit? Madness. Absolute madness. Crazy stuff. Big up, Trudon, as always, brother. Appreciate the comment. Yeah, I heard Ange might be leaving Tottenham. That's the rumor that's going around. That's crazy, isn't it? You win the Europa League and then they say thank you, get lost. Wow. Nunes slipped through the net to get to this level. His pace his pace deceived people. He was a lower league player that had a freak season at Benfica. He's League One level. We've always signed players, bro, that done well against Liverpool down the years, if you know what I mean. So this is what I see it as. We need to avoid things like that. If we want to sign players, you know what I mean? If they play well against Liverpool, it doesn't mean they're going to play well against everybody else. There was a game at Liverpool where he just smashed Liverpool to shreds as a striker. Scored some ridiculous goals and disallowed goals at the same time as well. Just ruined Alisson in that game. And I think like in life, sometimes you could have those kind of games that makes you look like a world-class player, but it doesn't show the overall performance of the player. In order for you to be world-class, you've got to be consistent. You know what I mean? Not one season, about 3 seasons in a row or something like that. Then you could talk about players if they're world-class or not, if you know what I mean. And I think that's what deceived us, like you said. We've been deceived 100%, bro. We've been deceived in that game. Please subscribe to my brother here, Mighty Mo. Very knowledgeable Liverpool fan. And I'm telling you, you're going to miss out if you don't go and subscribe to him. Let me just put it that way. Let me see what Ravi's saying. See, I told you I'll come back to you, Ravi. There you go. Fozzie, we won't play Chiesa at all next season. And that will be a big mistake for a player that deserves to start. If he stays, he's going to play, in my opinion. There's no way he's not going to play if he stays at Liverpool Football Club. I think we signed him for a 4 or 5 year contract, so he's got a long-term contract at Liverpool Football Club, my friend. So I can't see him having like another season like last season. What was the issue with him last season is he came into Liverpool not fit. after a long layoff, I think with a ligament injury. So we had to gradually bring him back to the team. I disagree the way, you know, they treated him, 100%. I've got no doubt about that. But if he stays next season, he has to play, bro. You know what I mean? He's a world renowned, what do you call it? Worldwide renowned player, isn't he? Like, he's won the European Cup for Italy against England in the final, as I remember. So at that stage, people were talking about 100 million player. You know what I mean? And he hasn't been injured ever since Liverpool obviously got him back into the team. He's been, I think, on the bench majority of the season as well. So he has to play next season. If he stays at Liverpool, he has to play, Ravi. I can't have that shit anymore, man. I feel sorry for him, my brother. I really feel sorry for him because I can see a good player there, my guy. I can see a good player there, my guy. Adidas, Liverpool didn't win in any of that. Let me say, any of that. It needs to be a different this time. We won with New Balance and Nike, so they are now more legendary. I don't think so, bro. And after what Adidas did to Liverpool last time, obviously there was a disagreement between Adidas and Liverpool. I agree with you, Jimmy. But if you look at Adidas and Liverpool, the history with the candy shirts and all that stuff and campaign, Liverpool was successful, bro. We were successful. So go and check that out. Trust me, Jimmy. You know, like if you go and buy the candy shirts at Liverpool, they give you that one stripe. Now you could get all 3 stripes. So once it comes out, I'm going to Anfield buying the original, not a replica that I've been buying. I'm going to get the original 3 stripes. You know what I mean? So it doesn't come off. You know what I mean? Yeah. We had successful time with Adidas, bro. Go and check out in the history, bro. Go and check it out. Crown Paint and Candy. Candy is not sweet. Don't think that. I think it's a washing machine company, you know, the dishwasher company, something like that. Everybody thought it was like the sweet candy. No, it's not. We need to win in Adidas next season. Fozzy, yeah. Listen, check it out, bro. As I said, check it out. What we did with them in the past. I'm just looking for the comments. I hope I read everybody's comments as well. Big up, Mr. Tipso. Nice to see you, brother. Of course, Dara. Come on, Dara is my guy. Big up, Dara, bro. Big up. Bro, we won in the New Balance and Nike shirts, so that makes it better. Yeah, it does, bro. But Adidas does have history with Liverpool Football Club as well. Let me just put it that way, bro. I'm going to beat you, Jimmy, so don't mess with me, man. Otherwise, you're going to get that. You know what I mean? Full. Yeah, guys, I'm done right here. Mr. Tipso said the transfer window is open. Yeah, it's open today, bro. It's open from today. Let me see what Scottish Bay is saying. Big up, Steve. Steve's in the house. My brother, Steve. Richard Hughes has robbed Big John's wallet. I hope he did, bro, man, because I can't believe we haven't signed any players for a while as well. Let's go, Steve, bro. I love seeing Steve. He makes me laugh. He's going to talk about FSG again, so get ready. Broke ass FSG. It doesn't matter what your name is. Look like, hang on, let me see what's Q was saying, look like advice. I think I've seen this one already. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. Let me go down. Nalante, my brother, is in the house as well. Like, subscribe, plenty of stuff in the near future. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Huge Rob Henry's wallet on the bus parade, LOL. Did you see bloody John W. Henry? He looks like an old lady, man. A pensioner. Not good enough, man. Nah, mate. I want my owner to be strong. You know what I mean? I have to watch wrestling again, man. I will never buy Nike Liverpool. Just a poor shirt. Yeah, Nike has been poor. I gotta be honest. The shirts. I'm not wearing it now, but yeah, the shirts of Nike, guys, it's freaking jokes, man. Oh man, I never liked one. I can't remember ever saying this kit is nice. Maybe the white one, the latest one with the Nike upside down, maybe that one. But other than that, like, they've been terrible, man. Yeah, guys, that's me, man. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in as always. I will be back probably tomorrow doing a breaking news for you guys. Off to work, night shift. Hopefully I made a lot of sense. I don't want to like come on when I just wake up and, you know, do some damage on my reputation, whatever that's, if I got one, you know what I mean? But listen, you guys turn up for me every time. All I have to do is just put a stream up and you guys are here. Thank you very much, guys. I hope you like what you see, you know what I mean? And you're going to see more of it as well. That's what I want to say. Let me just check Twitter if there's any breaking news before I go. We should talk about the tactics as well tomorrow. I think something along the tactics. So we could talk about where players will fit in. I'll get you the players potentially that could play for Liverpool, and we could put them in the tactics board. What we could do? Can we play like 4 at the back? Can we play 3 midfield? Can we play 2 midfield? Can we play like 4, 4-1-1, something like that? So if we have different formations in our game, that means we could not worry about the difficult games on teams, deep line defend and all that stuff, if you know what I mean. So, I want to look at something like that if you guys want to do with me tomorrow. I'll get the tactics balls up on here and then we could just talk about it and all that stuff. Hopefully there will be breaking news as well, innit? If something is breaking, it'll be exciting at the same time as well. I'll just check out, obviously, Twitter for anything and Instagram and all that stuff. Yeah, it's crazy, man. And could be sacked from Tottenham today. Wow. So even getting you, the Europa League is not good enough. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Guys, that's me. I have to go. And this is why you guys are the GOATs. That's what I'm talking about. That's why he's the GOAT. That's why he's the GOAT. There you go. Like that. You'll get more of it in the future. Appreciate you guys. Time to go. Nothing breaking so far, guys. Thank you for everybody that's on, man. I can't say everyone's name because there's a lot of people in here. You know what I mean? But I appreciate you all. Take care, everybody.